So we've got the best fairway woods of 2019 and we're going to put them in their paces and find out which one is the best club. Let's head out onto the course and see. So we're going to kick things off with the M series from TAYLORMADE. So for the first time, TAYLORMADE have included twist face in these fairway woods. Now we saw them in the drivers last year, they've come into the fairway woods for the first time and they've gone down really well. These clubs are both slightly different. You can see one is super adjustable where the other, the M6, is just more of a simple grip it and rip it club. There's no adjustability in this, even in the hosel, and it is a slightly bigger head than the M5, just for a bit more forgiveness. So with the Ping G410, we actually see that we have a lot shallower face in this than some of the other fairway woods that we're looking at. The colouring is really nice, it sits behind the ball great. The turbulators are a really nice added feature and I think they look really good in setup. One thing Ping have worked on with this is that there's a lot of weight in the back of the club and they're working on having really high launch. So even though this is in 14.5 degrees, you actually get a really high launch when you hit this shot and it is really consistent and easy to hit.
So it's designed for higher ball speeds?
It's designed for high launch but also getting high ball speeds as well. So what Ping want is something that people can launch really easily so they're not struggling to get that high on the shots but they're still getting the ball speed that everyone's looking for. Moving on to the Mizuno, we've got the ST190 here. This just looks like a really classic club with the gloss finish. Again, it just looks fantastic behind the ball. I think that's like a preference thing. I just really like the colouring and the way it sits. I found this, it was forgiving and it was really easy to hit. Moving on to Callaway, we've got the Epic Flash and the Epic Flash Sub-Zero models this year. With both of these, they've got flash face technology. They're designed to give people more ball speed. That's the real key behind these. They want all golfers across the board to be gaining more ball speeds with these clubs. Now, the difference between the two is the Epic Flash Sub-Zero sits slightly smaller behind the ball and it's designed for that lower spin and just really for a kind of better ball striker who wants slightly less spin on their shots. Obviously this means it doesn't have as much forgiveness as the Epic Flash, so it just depends which one of those models you think is going to suit your game. So we've got the Wilson Staff D7 here, and this is one of the clubs that kind of surprised me the most in testing. I actually really enjoyed hitting it. It's designed to be very light and forgiving and just easy to hit, and I think there's a lot of people out there who just don't enjoy hitting a 3-wood. They find it really hard off the deck, they can't get it up in the air, and this is a club that's just really designed to help you with that. It's so easy to hit off the ground, and for that kind of person who just doesn't generally enjoy hitting a 3-wood, I would really recommend having a go with this because I just found it that it was so easy to hit off the deck.
Is that because it's just so light?
Yeah, so it's designed this year specifically to be a lot lighter. This has a really light shaft in it as well, which obviously helps with that. It is a regular, but it's only 46 grams, so that is helping with you just getting that easy high on the shots and easy distance without really having to worry about it. So from Strixon, we've got the ZF85 this year. This just looks great behind the golf ball. It actually is a really small head, but I actually really liked the way that sit. It's also got quite a deep face as well, and with the gloss finish, it just looks fantastic behind the ball. It is a small head, so you have to consider that you can lose a bit of forgiveness with this. So you're probably looking at more your better ball strikers for this club. This is actually a 5-wood rather than a 3-wood that we tested in most of the other models, but it was actually keeping up with distance, which is really impressive. So if you're looking for something that's smaller and compact, maybe you don't like carrying a 3-wood and you'd rather have a 5-wood, this is definitely an option to look at.
So all that equals to a more penetrating trajectory?
Yeah, this actually had a really good ball flight, even though it had 18 degrees of loft in it, and some of the others were like 14.5 or 15, and this was keeping up with ball flight and distance, which is just crazy really. So from TITLEIST we've got the TS2, and this is part of the TITLEIST Speed project. So as you can tell from the name, it's designed for more ball speed. So the main way they've done this is using a thinner, faster face, so people are getting more ball speed off the club face, but they've also reduced weight in the head and redistributed it for a better centre of gravity. And I just found that this launched really well. I was getting long, high ball flights, which as a preference, I love to hit the ball quite high, so I really enjoyed hitting this. So the Cobra King F9 has a really nice gloss finish on the top. You can see the club face is a bit busy, which might put people off, but I actually like the style of this club and the colouring. It looks very sporty, almost car-like, and I think it's just really nice and eye-catching. One of the key things in this was to bring the weight to the back of the club so you can promote that higher launch that a lot of people are looking for with the 3-wood. They're trying to pick it off the ground easier, they want something that launches high and it doesn't come out low.
One thing that's caught my eye, 2 rails on the bottom, what's that for?
So this was actually influenced by Ricky Fowler. He has quite a steep angle of attack, hits down to the ball quite a lot with the 3-wood, and he wanted something that was really easy to pick out the ground. If you were in a divot or something like that, it was really easy to hit off the ground. So that's how those have come to be part of the design. So now to the most important part and the bit you've probably all been waiting for. Which ones actually performed the best? So I've picked 4 models that I think actually stood out, and they're all here. So I've got the TITLEIST TS2, the Ping G410, the Callaway Epic Flash Sub-Zero, and the TAYLORMADE M6. Now, I've ranked a couple of categories in these. The M6 I think was just the most forgiving club across the board. For me, I think that's just a perfect club if you're looking for more forgiveness, if you're someone who maybe doesn't like a 3-wood and just wants something that's going to give you a bit more confidence over the ball with that larger club head. After that, the Ping G410 was actually the best on distance, both on flight scope when we were testing it and also out on the course. It was actually outdoing some of the clubs by like 5 to 10 yards on shots, so if you look just purely looking for more distance, especially maybe if you're looking for something to hit off the tee that you don't like hitting a driver, I would definitely look at that club. Now, overall, my best in this test was the Titleist TS2. It performed fantastic in both distance and dispersion, which is obviously important. You want both of them in a 3-wood. But also just out on the course, you know, it looks great. It gives you great confidence looking over the ball, and it was just the club that, for me, I felt performed the best across all aspects, and I hit it really well. So that's a wrap on fairway woods. Let us know what you think. Have you tested any of these? Do you agree with me, or do you completely disagree? Is one of the others your favourite? Thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any questions, and feel free to put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you again soon.